So, hello? Yeah. On behalf of Hudson River Bells, we're happy that you're here, have chosen to spend this snowy, rainy afternoon with us. We love to ring, and we love to share our love of ringing with you. Just a reminder, if you have a phone, if you silence your phone, because we need to be the ones doing the ringing today, I guess you might want to say. I am sure that you noticed that in our last piece, fanfare and entrada, that we used various techniques besides just ringing. And most of the time we were malleting, because lots of times that works on bells. You can mallet for a particular sound. There are lots of other percussion techniques that bell ringers use because that is a percussion instrument. And people are always pushing the envelope with percussion. So you'll see a lot of other techniques as this concert goes on. Handbell ringing can be a very physical workout. They're going to be tired by the time they finish this program. And because not only are they ringing, but we lugged all of this stuff in here. And when we get done, we have to pack it all up and take it all home. And you'd be surprised at how much we actually carry around with us. Most of you are familiar with the melody of our next piece, Green Sleeves, I'm sure. There's a Christmas carol, of course, based on it, called What Child Is This?, which I'm sure you're familiar with. Green Sleeves is a 16th century English folk tune, and I would imagine that people from that century, from the 1500s, would have been very amazed to hear this piece still being played, and played on an instrument like the one that's behind me. Our instrument is the English handbell, and one of the characteristics of the English handbell is the clapper. And some of you have been here before and have seen this. I'll just talk about that. The clapper is fixed. It moves only this way. Okay? It's not like a dinner bell that goes in any different direction. So therefore, when they are ringing, that's the stroke that will make the bell ring. If I try to go in a different direction, it's not going to ring. So when you learn how to ring a bell, a lot of time is spent on the technique, and that's one of the characteristics. I took it. Before she gets frantic. Okay. The bells are set up. The bells are set up like a piano keyboard, actually. From the highest end, the way we have them set up over here, eating rounds back there, to the lowest end back there. But it is a piano keyboard with the sharps and flats, and we have Walmart bells, which means they have white handles and black handles for the sharps and flats. Most ringers are responsible for maybe 3 to 4 keys on that keyboard, and must pick their notes out of a very thick piano-like score. Too many notes for a piano keyboard player to play all of them. So they pick their notes out of there and ring when their notes appear. Some ringers have many more bells in front of them, depending upon the piece we are ringing, more than 3 or 4 bells. And in this next piece, we have quite a few bells that we're using. Just looking at the highest table up there, because that takes a long time for them to set up. I'm trying to give them time to do that. The next piece that we are going to be playing was adapted for handbells by Stevie Berriman. It's an arrangement of the piano cello piece Morning Light, recorded by John Schmidt of the famous Piano Guys, if any of you are familiar with them. The singing bell technique, which is another percussion technique, introduces this piece and it kind of sets the mood for it. And Morning Light is actually referring to the sunrise, so we are going to be ringing the sunrise. I did my homework one day because I can't easily see the sunrise from where I am. So I had to go into the living room and sit in the picture window and actually look out there and see it. And I said, oh, you know. And so the very first thing that happens is a very light hint of sun. You don't see the sun, you see the light, very, very little bit of it. And then gradually the colors, the reds, the oranges, and so forth, kind of appear over the horizon. You still don't see the sun, you just see all of that. And then little by little, the sun starts peeking up, and then almost instantly it's up, and then the day begins. So we're going to try to be replicating a little bit of that, and think about that as we ring the beautiful morning light. during the 2025 Area 1 Festival Conference that was held at Worcester, the University of Worcester, Worcester, Massachusetts. We loved it. He was great. During our festival rehearsals, he shared with us, more than 300 ringers on the floor, I might add, he shared with some background information for this piece. And he said that a good friend of his from the handbell world had passed away due to COVID a few years back. And Fred composed this piece in his friend's memory. But it's not a sad feeling of this piece. He chose Psalm 139 because this psalm assures us that God protects and cares for his children wherever we may be. And the psalmist also writes, "If I ascend into heaven, you, God, are there." So Fred had this in mind when he composed this piece. And Fred's musical interpretation of the song is supposed to be joyful and a confirmation, a confident affirmation of God's promise, with melodic lines that rise and fall and then rise again even higher. You're going to hear that over and over again. You will hear ringing that is reminiscent of those large cathedral tower bells in these big churches. And Fred, who is a retired organist from the American Church of Paris in Paris, France, had many opportunities, I'm certain, to listen to those peals of the tower bells throughout the city of Paris. So all of that's combined in this beautiful piece, Psalm 139.
7th and 8th grade, correct? Choir back there. So I want you to think about who your teachers are, and maybe think about maybe a subject you don't hate necessarily, that's kind of a strong word, but maybe isn't your favorite subject. And think about being friends with that teacher many, many years later. Because guess what? When Miss Dorella was in 8th grade, I was her teacher. Math teacher. Math and music, very related. And you all know Molly. She's my daughter. How old were you when Miss Dorella was my student?
I was 2.
So we've known each other, not continuously, but for a very long time. And what does she still call me?
Mrs. Oliver.
Been a long time. So, introducing the Wyndham Ashland Jewett Junior Choir.
Good afternoon. We are the junior chorus from Wyndham Ashland Jewett Central School. We're absolutely honored to share today with the Hudson River Bells. The first piece you heard was a beautiful German folk song called Himmel und Erde, or Music Alone Shall Live. It's something we use as a warm-up in class, so when we found an arrangement that had a handbell accompaniment, it was too perfect to pass up to share with you. Thank you to the Hudson River Bells for joining us and making this performance super special for us. This next piece is based off of a Mozart canon. Music is a universal language that everyone can enjoy and participate in. To honor that, we were excited to include sign language as a part of our performance. We hope you enjoyed Donald Moore's Peace I Leave With You.
Peace Music holds a special place for all of us. It's an activity where we can come together to create something magical. It's with us when we need to relax and regroup. It's there when we have big feelings to sort out. It's also there to help teach us dedication, perseverance, and teamwork.
If music is a universal language, singing and handbell ringing are two universal activities anyone can enjoy, no matter what age you are or what you find yourself doing as a grown-up. However, we're not sure if it's all handbell choirs or just the Hudson River Bells, but there seems to be a lot of teachers who ring and sing after high school. For everyone who finds that music makes their life better, we dedicate our next piece, Teach Me With the Song by Sue McTeague.
Thank you so much to the Hudson River Bells for asking us to be a part of their performance today. We are so proud to work with you and present this wonderful concert. We would also like to especially say thank you to Mrs. Saul Paul for playing us and helping us sound our very best. The final song in our portion of today's concert has become one of our favorites. Middle school is hard. There are days when you're ready to take on the world and others when the clouds seem a little too dark. But we're learning that if you keep your chin up, positivity can be contagious. Because if you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. We now present Jay Althouse's arrangement of When You're Smiling.
retired as well as current teachers. Could you just raise your hand if you are retired or current? Yeah. That wasn't a prerequisite for joining, but it just sort of happened that way. We have other important careers in here as well, but it just was kind of a fluke anyway. All right, let's talk about teamwork, since we definitely have a team behind me, and Handbell Choir is a team. Each of the pieces is an example, perhaps, of how Handbell Choir, in a Handbell Choir, a melody is often shared by several people. The sharing of a melody, and I'm talking about note-to-note sharing, not a whole melody line by a soprano section and then the melody line by an alto, but note-to-note, is rather unique to handbells, I think. It can be a challenge for ringers to create a single melody line out of many individual notes, all the while striving to make that melody sound as though it has been played by one person, as it would be if someone were performing on keyboard, as Megan just did, or by a vocalist, or any other pitched instrument. Imagine if you were in a vocal choir, and the director assigned the choir, the singers, by notes, rather than by sections. So if you were singing something like American Beautiful, Beautiful for Spacious Skies, it would be something like do 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 do, and so forth and so on. Everybody would be chiming. That would be really difficult to do, and it's difficult to do when you're trying to do a melody line in bells. That's where I'm going, but they pull it off. So ringing in a handbell ensemble is truly teamwork. It takes teamwork. Because they very often share a crescendo, you see them do that, perhaps sharing 2 or 4 16th notes on the same beat, which they did in Psalm 139 in quite a few places. Sharing one or more bells. Sometimes we have some trouble if people don't want to put their bells where their neighbor can pick it up, but they do share some bells very often. Playing someone's note when it's impossible for perhaps the other ringer to get it. They'll say, oh, I can get that, I'm not ringing anything right now. So then we have a duplicate set of bells, so that's possible for us. And even turning someone's page. I filled in for one of the absent ringers last week at one of the rehearsals, and I'm ringing along on one Psalm 139, getting ready to turn the page, and all of a sudden Annie turns my page, and I went, oh, that's pretty cool. Just like when you have one of the iPads, which people use, and they have a foot pedal and it just automatically turns the page for you. But I saw there's a very well-renowned organist from Europe who uses an iPad. Julie's an organist too. We were talking about this. Yeah, she uses this microscopic iPad up on the top of her organ, and that's how she plays music. And I guess she winks or she nods, she says, in order to turn the page. But anyway, she was playing something once in a concert. October in 2025 marked the 40th anniversary of Les Miserables and this powerhouse musical. And it opened in London on October 8th in 1985. And the great medley of musical numbers from this show, this great medley of musical numbers, is arranged for handbells by the prolific composer Kevin McChesney. This uses every bell, I think, that we own in the 5 octaves, which is why I'm talking a little bit longer, because and so it takes a while, especially for the bass ringers, to set up all of those bells. I want you to enjoy, we hope you enjoy the Les Miserables medley that would June on a Saturday, so if you come in the morning, weather permitting, of course. Okay, I guess that's about all I need. Okay, I think we're ready. This is a perennial favorite. You know the Lion Sleeps Tonight. And we are joined by the Wyndham Ashland Jewett Junior Chorus. In 1998, not all of these ringers were here in 1998, actually, evolved into a community choir, and we still have a number of ringers from the Reformed Church, but many have come from other areas, including